Hello there, fam. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new around these parts, hello. Thank you so much for clicking. I'm Anna, and you already know on this channel we budget plan, love us some sticky paper, and I am so excited, y'all, because I'm finally laying down my Disney spread. So we're starting this off as a talk through. I'm going to voice over the base, and I might talk through the day by day. I'm still debating. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't usually film my base and my day to day in the same sitting. So that's why I still don't know. So we'll see what's going to come of it. But I do want to flip through the kit with you guys because it deserves a special slowed down flip through because she is beautiful. She is beautiful. Okay. So here it is. I'm using the Magic Land kit from Scribble Prints Co. I don't have words. I'm in love. I'm in love with everything. So I'm just gonna let you guys admire the full boxes. These extra boxes, I love this outfit flat lay. So stinking cute. Your deco page, page flags, weekend banner work labels. Your glitter header page, I just love it. I love it. Your curved edge boxes, your solid functionals, your patterned functionals, ooh, with the little Mickey heads, yes, yes. And then your bottom washi. And then we have extras, folks. We have extras. So we have the 15 millimeter washi strip. We have the FAM 2 add-on. Can we talk about the tall box here, friends? Like, can we discuss this tall box? That's all I'm saying. Like, the tall box definitely getting pulled in. And then it did come with this double box freebie, which is one of my favorite additions because it's Avengers Campus, y'all. It's Avengers Campus, and I can't wait to talk about that. Like, oh my goodness. I cannot. And then I did pick up the matching doodle set because it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfection. I'm so excited. I bought this kit, you guys, when it first came out because I was in love instantly. Not having any clue when I would go to Disneyland. I'm like, I don't care, I'm buying it. I never thought I'd be going to Disneyland this soon, but I'm so glad, and I can't wait to share with you guys. So let me just show you guys the foil bundle that I'll be pairing it with, and then we can get into the base. So I am going to be pairing it with this Lavender Hollow Park Hopper format foil bundle, also from SPC. So you've got the full box overlays, glitter header overlays, another page of that. We've got the bougie, 2 pages of that. The scripts and icons page, and then the beautiful bottom washi page. Ooh, y'all. I'm pumped, y'all. I'm pumped. Let's just do the damn thing. Let's do the damn thing. Let's go. All right, friends. This very clearly is going to be a voiceover. Yeah, talk-throughs are just really hard. Not just filming them, but also because there's always so much noise around me, and it's hard enough to like get it quiet enough to do like a half-hour thing, but like a talk-through is usually like an hour, and it's just a pain. But I might do it for next week's spread. So I'm trying to throw in talk-throughs like occasionally, so you guys that really like them can enjoy them. But yeah, so right now you see me trying to figure out what to do with the 1001 full boxes in this kit. It was very hard to figure out, but we did it finally. I don't think I mentioned I'm planning for the week of April 25th, which is the last full week of April. Next week will be in May, which is like a feat for me because I feel like recently I've basically been planning a month behind. So the fact that I'm already going to be planning for May and we're only at least real time in like the second week of May is exciting to me. So I'm taking that as a full win right here. Anyways, I did go ahead and do extenders for the weekend for this spread, and I used like I think I mentioned last video that I was going to use like the newer technique that people have been using where they just use like a smaller piece of the extender to do it, and I did that. I definitely fiddled with it a whole lot. You guys will see that in a second. Like a whole lot. It took me a second, but I did get it. And I feel like the more I do it, the more comfortable I'll be with it. Although, I don't know, because next week's spread also has, or next week's kit, I should say, also has like a ton of full box options. So I was going to say I'm not planning on using an extender again anytime soon, but maybe. So here I am trying to get this double boxing to look like something. I couldn't really decide because there's 2 double boxings, technically 3 if you count the freebie in this kit. And I'm like, how am I going to make this work? So I decided to do like the DCA double box freebie, which is the California Adventure Park, with the Avengers. That was the freebie double box scene, because y'all know I'm going to put Avengers Campus on here because, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell y'all about that. So amazing. So, I'm going to use that. So I decided to do those extenders for the weekend. And like, honestly, you guys, I probably should have put my extenders on Monday, Tuesday, but I know I probably would have put them like on the bottom. I wouldn't have done them on the top. And that's my only regret with this spread, that I didn't do that, because I definitely had obviously way more things happening on Monday and Tuesday, because those were the days we were in the parks, than I really did on Saturday and Sunday. So I really didn't need extenders for Saturday and Sunday, but I'm so used to like putting them there now. I think I've put them there for the last, I don't know, like 3 spreads or something, or at least 3 of the 4 spreads of April. So I just kind of like muscle memory, like put it there. And then I was like, I probably should have put it on like at least Monday, which was probably our busiest day. But did I? No, your girl did not. So that's the only bummer. I also kind of wish, I'm happy with the lavender hollow foil that I use, but I kind of wish I did hollow instead, or maybe sparkly hollow, but I think hollow. I saw Chandler of Chan Plans plan with this kit recently. If you're not subscribed, if you're not following her, go ahead and check her out. But I saw her plan with this kit, and she used sparkly hollow, and she was saying how she wanted like more of the blues to come out. And as I was like watching her plan with me and hearing her say that, I was like, you right, sis, you right. So I'm a little bummed about that. So I don't know. I have like mixed feelings. Obviously, this is such a happy, like spread and a fun thing to look back on. So I'm gonna not be nitpicky. It still came out cute, like it's fine. But when you really want your spread to be fire and it's not fire, it's good, but it's not fire. Y'all know. Anyways, it's totally fine. So yeah, I used the Disney California Adventure double box scene with the Avengers double box scene for the extenders on the weekend, and then I did the Disneyland Castle double box scene for Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, I think that's it. I did pull in some quote box overlays. I used one that said Sunshine State of Mind, because of course we were in Cali, so I thought that was appropriate. And then I think I used it was a Disney one, and it said feed me Mickey waffles and tell me I'm pretty. Yes, so you guys will see that a little later. I think those are the only 2 quote box overlays that I used, and those were actually in hollow because I didn't have them in lavender hollow. So yeah, and it's funny, y'all, looking back on that Mickey waffles overlay that I was just talking about, it's kind of perfect because I got the Mickey waffle themed spirit jersey. I've been wanting a spirit jersey forever, and I got it at Disneyland, and it was the Mickey waffles themed one, which I actually did share in my Disney haul. So if you guys like, obviously if you're Disney heads, you enjoy merch and all that good stuff, be sure to check that out. I included it in my Disney merch haul, and I also included like a little compilation of some pics and videos from the trip, just to give you guys a little insight into the experience and a little more insight into my life, which I think is kind of cool. So if you guys are interested, I will be sure to link that up in the cards for you guys, and you can go and check it out if you haven't already. All right, you guys, so I'm going to be kind of summarizing the days. Everything that I say will not be marked, just because there's just so many things, especially on Monday, that were done. And as I was discussing, I didn't use an extender like a fool. So You might not see everything marked. I'm not going to be talking through the stickers for the most part. I'm just kind of going to talk through the days. But yeah, let's get started. So on Monday, y'all, we wanted to rope drop. So we were supposed to be up early, and we were up early, but there was 3 of us. For those of you who don't know, so the trip actually started the previous week, and that plan with me is already up on the channel. I'll have that link in the cards as well in case you guys missed that. The previous Sunday, so the 24th, we were at Universal, and I chatted about that in the previous plan with me. So this was Disney Day, and it was me, my boyfriend, and my best friend, and 3 people getting ready in the morning is enough to maybe make you a little bit late, especially if some of those people are slower at getting ready. That's all I'm saying. We're not even going to throw shade. That's all I'm saying. So we were supposed to be up. We were up pretty early, but we weren't there in time for like actual rope drop, which for those of you who don't know is basically like you're there when the park opens. So we left a little later, but it was fine. We still got there pretty early. I think the park opened at 9 and we got there at like 9:30. So like not a big deal at all. I think we could still like take advantage of lower crowds and things. So that was still good. And it's a very different vibe there overall, y'all. Like, and I had heard some people talking about it, so I was anticipating it, but it's just like, I don't know if it's that it just doesn't feel as busy as Disney World. Like, don't get me wrong, there are crowds and it's still busy, but it just doesn't feel as crazy as Disney World does. And I don't know if it's just like, that less people kind of travel to it. I know that Disney World gets like so many people traveling like internationally. This is not saying that Disneyland does it, but I feel like Disney World gets it in more volume. So it's really interesting to see like the differences between the two, but I just found the overall vibe to be more chill there, which was really nice. And I'll, as I talk through things, you'll see like examples of what I mean. But, so we got there, we parked. They have a little tram that takes you from the parking lot to the park. And for those of you who don't know, so basically the old like fast pass system is now like their lightning lane, which is kind of the same thing with some exceptions. One, you have to pay for it and you didn't have to before. Well, I'm speaking more about Disney World because I don't know. I feel like Disneyland had Max Pass or something, and I don't know exactly how that worked. But so Lightning Lane, I think it's like $20 per person, and you're able to basically book lightning lanes throughout the day. So once you book one, you use it, you book another, etc., etc. Each park though has usually 2 to 3, I think usually 2, like main ticket attractions that if you want a lightning lane for, you need to purchase the lightning lane, like on top of Genie Plus, which is where like that lightning lane reservation system kind of lives. So I was very fine. Like I was totally fine for going the Star Wars attractions because we've done them in Disney World and there's really no difference. And like my best friend has never done them because he hasn't been in Disney parks in like 10 years or something. So they definitely weren't around the last time he went, but he's not a big Star Wars fan. He's actually a very much like a thrill ride kind of person. So roller coasters are very much his thing. And you guys will see that because of that, I decided to go on a couple. And then I realized that I really should not do that. But alas. So my boyfriend purchased lightning lanes for Rise of the Resistance, which is probably the biggest ticket attraction right now. I would say in both parks, Disney World and Disneyland, except Disney World just opened Guardians, so that's probably a bigger main attraction at this point since it's newer. And it's $20 per person, so he paid $60 for us to get on this ride, and I was like, you really didn't have to, but he wanted to, so I was like, all right. So we headed over to Star Wars Land first. We went on Smuggler's Run because we got a lightning lane for that was very close to the time that it was when we entered the park, so we went on that first. That ride is super fun. And then we got some breakfast while we waited for our next lightning lane. And so for those of you who have been to the parks and are familiar with Galaxy's Edge, we went to Ronto's and got Ronto's morning wraps. Now, I've had Ronto's wraps before in Disney World, just the regular ones, but this is the first time I was having the morning ones, and I love them. I was in like heaven, because for those of you who don't know, your girl loves breakfast foods, and it is so good. I might pop in a picture of it, because I did take a picture of them when we got them. They were so good. But we had breakfast, and then we headed to Rise of the Resistance to, use up that lightning lane that we purchased, and it was down. Now, normally, rides go down. It's part of the whole thing, which is fine. But when you pay $60 to get on a ride, like that's not okay. So of course people were upset. No one was like rude to the cast members, at least while I was there. I'm sure people were rude to them other times. But he was saying that, you can come back when the ride is up, and you can ride at any time. So whenever you come back today and the ride's up, you can let us know. Apparently, this is what I Googled, because we were worried we wouldn't be able to ride it, because obviously we had other plans. We were also park hopping. So we were doing both parks. So we didn't know if we'd be able to ride it when it came back up. It was down for a bit. So we started researching like getting a refund. So apparently if you can't use it that day and you contact like guest services, like they'll give you a refund. That's what we read on Google. I don't know how true that is. Luckily we were able to get on it later, so we didn't have to worry about like going through that process. But just in case anyone is wondering, that is what I read on Google when we were researching. So, and I don't know, maybe like if they see on your end that it's not used the entire day, they might just refund you automatically, which I feel like is what they should do. But who am I? Who am I? But yeah, so then we went to ride Haunted Mansion. I love Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorite rides. And we rode the Disneyland Railroad, which is cute. It takes you around the park pretty much, and especially clutch when your feet are like, girl, I don't know who you think you are, but you need to get off of me. And that happened a few times while at Disney. So that definitely came in clutch. We went to Tomorrowland, which I would say is probably the most crowded area. Like once you get into the afternoon and a lot of people are in the park, that area tends to crowd right away. Like that was the first time I was like, oh my God, that it felt more like Disney World, because it was so crowded in that area when we went over there. But we rode Star Tours, we rode the Buzz Lightyear ride. I think it's called Astro Blasters. And then y'all, because my Jurassic World drop wasn't enough, I was like, all right, let me try like a more tame roller coaster. Like, let me go on Thunder Mountain, right? I can handle Thunder Mountain. Your girl cannot handle Thunder Mountain. Your girl can't handle any of it. I just have to stay away from roller coasters. Like, they are just not for me. But I also secretly kind of want to go on Mine Train in Disney World, because I've never been on it. And I feel like if I can't handle that one, I can't freaking handle anything. So anyways, we went on Thunder Mountain because I wanted to go with my best friend, because I mentioned he's like very much a thrill ride roller coaster kind of guy. So I was like, all right, let's do Thunder Mountain. So we get on it, and we're in the front row, which I hate. I don't like being first of all, I don't like roller coasters. So why would I want to be in the front row? Like, no, but whatever. We're in the front row, and my friend, he made fun of me so hard when we got off that ride. He was like, you were just screaming, but it was like little screams, like intermittent screams. And it was hilarious. It wasn't like one long scream. And I was like, yeah, I hate you. So not for me, y'all, not for me. Anyways, then we had lunch. This is where we had lunch at the French Market. They have like a New Orleans square there, and that was the second po' boy I had. I had one on Sunday. But it was so good. I don't know why I was so into seafood this trip. I was just like seafood everywhere. Shrimp, po' boys. I feel like I had something else with shrimp, actually. I was just like seafooding it up apparently this trip. But that was fun, and that whole New Orleans area is pretty cool. They were doing some
construction slash refurbishment. Y'all, let me tell you, Pirates, which is one of my other favorite rides, was down. It was down for refurb our whole trip, which it's not like we were in the parks many days, but it was, I think it's down till early summer. So I'm not sure when it's coming back up, but I was so annoyed because I've heard that the Pirates in Disneyland is slightly different than the Pirates in Disney World, slash maybe better from what I heard. I'm not sure, but I wanted to go on it so bad. So when I heard it was going to be down for refurb, I was so sad, y'all. I'm still sad about it. Like, I'm feeling some type of way about it, but it's okay. Maybe we'll go back in the fall, maybe. So anyways, so yeah, I was bummed about that, but we had lunch. We finally went on Rise of the Resistance. It was finally up, so we were like, let's just get it done. And then we park hopped, so we went to California Adventure. Y'all. I think the first thing we rode, I think, was Soarin'. And then my friend went on the Incredicoaster. I was like, child, there's no way in hell you're getting me on that massive coaster. That's wild. Like, no way. He went on it by himself. I'm like, how do you do this without literally like just dying? He just doesn't care, you guys. I don't understand how he does it, but he went on Incredicoaster. And then we went to Avengers Campus. At that point, it was starting to get dark, so it was kind of cool to experience Avengers Campus at night. And it is so cool, you guys, especially at night with the lighting. So awesome. You just see superheroes walking around chilling. We went to Pym Test Kitchen, which is based off Ant-Man. And they have really interesting food there. I encourage you, if you're interested in Avengers and Avengers Campus, I encourage you to look at the food they have there. It's really fun. We saw Moon Knight walking around. Well, he was actually on the, on the campus building, but he looks so cool. His costume looks so great. Like, they just got it dead on. It looks so good. We saw Loki and Thor walking around. It was really awesome. Like, it's so hard to put into words, but it's really, really awesome. It's really immersive, I guess is what I should say. And then my best friend went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which, if you guys are familiar with Disney, it's basically Tower of Terror, but they kind of repurposed it to be Guardians themed, which your girl will not do. No, thank you. But he went on, of course, because he's a thrill ride seeker. So we waited for him, and we just kind of ate and chilled out in like the Pym Test Kitchen area. And we did more Avengers stuff on Tuesday, but that was Monday. It was a very long day, you guys, especially with the park hopping. I think we got home at like 10 maybe, and we got there at like 9. Like, it was a long day. Then Tuesday, it was just me and my boyfriend because my friend had to work. So we didn't go as early, but we still went in the morning, and we got to experience Avengers Campus during the day. We spent most of our time in Avengers Campus, honestly. I saw Black Panther, which is like all I wanted. I was like, please let me see Black Panther. And I saw him, which was so awesome. I saw the Dora Milaje show. I saw like they do a battle scene on like the campus building, which was so cool. We saw Black Widow. I saw Gamora. It was so cool. We saw Iron Man. We met Iron Man, took pictures with Iron Man, which was really fun. Oh my God, he is so Iron Man, like definitely Tony Stark in there. And yeah, it was just a really good time. I think Avengers Campus is my favorite area, at least in DCA. It's just so fun. Actually, hold. I forgot to mention, I don't know how I forgot to mention, but DCA has Cars Land. And Cars Land, first of all, the theming is amazing in that land. And I have not seen the Cars movies, nor do I want to see the Cars movies, but the theming is fire. And the Radiator Springs ride is the best ride in Disneyland. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. That's just the truth. It's the best ride in Disneyland. I know someone is not mowing the lawn right now, of all times. Like, are we really mowing the lawn right now? Hold for further traffic clearance. Yeah, y'all, they're definitely mowing the lawn, but they're on the other side, so we're going to take advantage of that. But as I was saying, Cars ride is the best ride in Disneyland, and that land is themed so beautifully. That and Avengers Campus, I think, are the best themed lands in the Disneyland parks in Cali. So loved that. After that, we pretty much went to downtown Disney. I did a little shopping, which was really fun. And then we went back to my friend's apartment so that, I wanted to spend time with him. Obviously, we were staying with him and I don't get to see him all the time. So we kind of cut that park day a little shorter so we could spend some time with him. So when he got out of work, we went out to eat and we just kind of hung out and caught up. Since we were flying out basically the Wednesday, so the next day. So Wednesday was more really just a travel day. We just got up, we packed, headed to the airport, and then, the flight is so long. It was shorter coming back. I think it was like just under 5 hours, which was nice, although it still felt too long. And once we landed, y'all, it took us a minute to get to our car because there's like a little shuttle you need to take from the airport to like where we parked at the airport, man. And let me tell you, we were waiting outside and it was like maybe 48 degrees with wind because it was super windy that night. And we had come from like 75, 80 degree weather. So I was like, what is this trash? We ended up, and then there was construction, so there was traffic. It was a whole thing. So we ended up getting home at like 1:30 a.m. And by the time I went to sleep, it was probably like 2:30 a.m. So it was a late night. I basically spent Thursday like a potato. I did some laundry, I think, and otherwise I just did nothing. Like I was just a potato, which honestly was most of the rest of the week because I was struggling with jet lag, you guys. I could not adjust to the time. Like it was a whole thing. So most of the end of this week is me not doing a whole lot. So yeah, Thursday was really like a jet lag potato kind of veg day other than like laundry, which I did. Friday I did some filming. I slept in a little, so tried to get my sleeping kind of back to where it should be. But again, pretty much a quiet day. I caught up on YouTube. I missed a lot of YouTube, so I was catching up on my faves videos, so that was good. I'm so glad I was off this entire week because if I had to go back to work with this jet lag, like literally nothing would be done. So Saturday, again, quiet day. I did go and see my parents. There was a whole lot of takeout towards the end of the week because, again, I didn't feel like doing a thing. And then I stayed up late Saturday watching the Central Park 5 documentary, which I saw When They See Us, which is like a mini series on Netflix based off the Central Park 5 case. If you're not familiar, check it out. Really, really great. I really love the documentary. So I watched that and I was up till like 2 a.m. watching that. And then Sunday, again, pretty quiet, slept in, did some shopping, some sticker shopping. Went to see my parents and see how they were doing since with the trip I hadn't seen them in about a weekish, which is uncommon. I try to see them every week. So went and spent some time with them. Again, more of a veg day. Just trying to recoup from the trip and everything. And yeah, that was pretty much the week, you guys. The bulk of it was really, the vacation. The end of the week was pretty chill. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what your favorite Disney rides are. Or let me know, you can let me know a couple things. One, if you've been to both parks, do you prefer Disneyland or Disney World and why? And if not, just tell me your favorite Disney rides. Either park, let me know down below. But here I am giving you guys a little bit of a Viv wiggle. I do like how this came out, y'all. Even with like my nitpickiness, I do think it came out cute. I did shut off the lights here just so I can appreciate a little more of that sparkle. So that's why if you guys saw it dim, that's why. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as it really does help support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys real soon. Bye.